Today, we are going to be talking about the Haven app and all the things that it has to offer, from metering to incident command.
Yeah, this is going to be exciting. I've got a couple phone calls today on this, so we got to let the cat out of the bag.
Meow.
Hey, you know what the worst part about arriving on a hazmat scene is?
Knowing that once it's over, we had a 3-hour ride back to the firehouse.
That does suck. But you know what else? Uncertainty. You have no idea what's in the air.
Oh, yeah. And the days of just, it's a chemical doesn't really cut it. You need answers, and you need them fast.
And that's where the Explorer comes in. Real-time chemical ID and quantification right in the field.
No more, yeah, it's probably just something bad. It's going to tell you exactly what's there and how much.
So you can set up your safety zones like an adult and not just a new probie that's guessing where to put the tapes.
Which means defensible, quantitative data in seconds, and that's going to make your decision-making a hell of a lot easier.
So no more waiting around for the next answer, just good, solid, life-saving intel.
Yep, check out Explorer and stop guessing. Go to 908devices.com.
And on a hazmat call, the question is never if radiation matters. It's where you're going to find it.
Yeah, and half the time it's going to kind of find you first. And that's why for unknowns, RAD is one of the first things that we're checking on.
Because remember, you're not seeing it. And if you're not smelling it, you probably missed it and you're already in it.
And those are the reasons why everybody nowadays is running the FLIR Teledyne Defense identifiers.
Those aren't one-size-fit tool kit anymore. They got handheld rigs, wearable personnels, even backpack systems.
Which means if you're the guy walking into the building for the first time, or you're the one creating the bigger picture scenario, there's something that's going to fit your job.
And these aren't theory tools. These are actually out there getting used every day by teams that are actually on radiation calls to make decisions.
If you want to know more, just search FLIR Identifier. That's FLIR Identifier.
Yes, and today's episode is brought to you by Rigaku Analytical Devices, who just launched their 4th generation handheld Raman meter, the Icon X.
For fast, safe, and accurate chemical analyzation, visit rigakuanalytics.com.
All right. We got to go.
Oh, we've got another person.
We have a guest.
Just like that.
Just like that. We have John Holton. How are you?
I'm fantastic, fellas.
I love that. He's always so optimistic.
Oh, you have no idea. No idea.
Yeah, it's like a thing. Yeah.
John, tell us about yourself.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Well, I'll guess I'll start with, I live in North Dakota. I live in the middle of nowhere, and I love hazmat. How does that work? I don't know. But I always wanted to do some crazy things. And over the years, my background's in energy and refining and pipelines and all these different things. And one day, I just wanted to be a developer, and here I am.
Jeez.
Hazmat nerd in a budding, very, very small little rural fire department here, volunteer fire department in White Shield, North Dakota. So I'm a volunteer there. And that's where I'm at today.
Well, as a phenomenal human being as you are, nobody actually really cares about you. So why are you here? Like, we're announcing something really big today, and I want you to be the one to announce it.
All right. So Haven, metering, Haven mapping, hazmat is just coming to software. It's here today. It is ready to go this week. Baltimore better be there because it's exciting. You got to see it.
Yeah, we've been talking to John. He, on the conference circuit and whatnot. We've been talking about things, and he started showing us some of these little I want to say applets, because they were like kind of like you're playing around with this or you're playing around with that, and then once me and Mike started really talking to each other and other instructors, there was a huge gap in what's available now. And very few people had the I would say the premonition that John had, where if he only had more time to do it, then it would be something.
Or that, like, you know what I really need? I need this. And John goes, you know, I could make something like that. And after hearing, like, I could make something like that so many times, we were like, why don't we take all those, I could make something like that, and create an organization and actually create those things that we keep saying he could create something like that.
Yeah. So I have gotten a couple of phone calls. I'm not joking. I got 2 phone calls this morning. What are you guys teasing? What are you guys dropping in Baltimore? And I gave them the short and sweet. But let's go through one application first, and then we can transition into the second application in probably the second half of the show. I would say let's start with the mapping. Give me the high level and let's start drilling down. What is the mapping tool for?
Collaboration. So whenever a large incident takes place, or a small, doesn't matter, when you try to put in your head an idea of where people are, where assets are going to be, for example, in hot zone, where's the decon line going to be? And you're off somewhere else, this tool gives you the ability to simply see the map and see where individuals are, where the assets are. It gives the ability for engine companies that are coming from different towns to come together and see the same exact operational map, from the smallest little wildfire all the way up to a large hazmat incident. It's absolute just collaboration, and you're mashing together all of the components, like I said, the decon line. Maybe it's where the incident command is going to be, where you're staging things. The ability to share photos securely in this environment so that others can see it. Reporting. There's so many pieces of this.
This is all in real time.
Yeah, real time. Yep. You can literally see other individuals with their mobile devices walking around, contributing to the map.
Okay, so on the high end level, that sounds great. Like, as an incident commander, I can see all my assets. But I was never a chief, right? I was never an officer in my paid department. So, like, what kind of benefit would somebody like the technical reference or the resource or the science officer have with this software? Like, I don't really care where the decon is being placed or where assets are.
Yeah, so imagine being that tech ref, sitting in your own little space and working on a piece of paper that you then have to run to somebody or you have to show somebody. Well, that's gone. You go to the forms section, you go to your technical reference form and start filling it out. Anybody that is connected to the mapping app itself can see that tech ref form being filled out live. So as that person goes through and adds all the individual fields, physical properties and chemical properties, anybody can go in there and see that information live.
And that's not limited to just that position. All positions can see what's happening in all positions. So complete transparency.
Yep. And what's really cool is that, the tech ref is going to go do this job, but anybody can see it and then start to contribute based on what they see. And that ability to just democratize all the data is exactly what we need in our fire service, because we're always alone. And where this really came from, you guys, was a long time ago. I said, well, what would it be like if I was stuck in an office and I had to be on scene? I just wanted to help. Well, I can do that now remotely. I can join a session. If I'm in an incident command team somewhere and I'm maybe off duty and I'm available to be a tech reference for somebody, I can log in, join the session, become that tech ref. I could become the hazmat group supervisor. I mean, like, literally just join and start to contribute.
If you're, for those of you who have not run hundreds upon hundreds of simulations, where you've got a group of people together and you go, okay, here's your task, do this. One of the greatest breakdowns within the team is that communication that you're talking about, right? We're always doing a hot wash afterwards, and And the entry team will be like, well, my meter readings were at 20% in this spot. And then pause everybody. And I go, okay, hold on a second. And I go up, down, and across the chain of command. And I go, did you know that bit of information? Did you know that bit of information? Did you know that bit? And inevitably, somebody at some point within the system goes, no, nobody ever told me that. No, I didn't know that was happening. No, I had no idea that that's what it looked like. Or they put one of the ones that I love the most doing is I'll take multiple hazards and put them near each other, but I throw a radiation in there. So everybody just blinds to the radiation, and not everybody. It's the one guy who's taking a look at this. A system like this will allow that picture to be shared among everybody on scene. So now you have to, in order for that information to not get processed right, every single person looking at that picture has to have blinders on. Yeah. At some point, somebody's going to go, hey, man, anyone take a look at this like 5 gallon per minute leak that's happening 3 feet from the radiation box? Like, what is that?
Yeah. That's
tunnel vision.
Yeah. But there's so many. It's so funny because every time we show it to either us or somebody, they're like, oh, it'd be great if you could do X. And then like a half hour later, John's got X in there. And it's like, it's like 90% of the way there. It's like, oh, it's just got to make it blue or red or move it to the left or something like that. And the features that are where it is for those of you in Baltimore that are getting the chance to play with it, it is dramatically different than it was last week, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Right?
It was different this morning, guys. You don't even know what's coming. I have new stuff coming to both of you out of a small request that was made the other day, and I happened to just maybe do a little over the weekend, and you will be shocked at what's in there.
All right, very good, very good.
That's number 19 in it. So
we can definitely love it, and I do it. And we're going to kind of go through some of the tools and the aspects of it. But we've had the opportunity to have it in several departments' hands while they were running through simulations. John, what has been the feedback so far?
It was really great to see the first time we deployed this. And honestly, there were a lot of bugs, but what kept coming back was that operational picture shown up on the wall. They had a big screen, and everybody in the room, when they came and did their meeting to go do the next round of work they were going to do, even though it was training, think that as a real event, everybody was glued to that big screen to see where things were, what they were going to do next, what were the objectives. And they didn't fully use all the capabilities because it was brand new. But what was crazy is the map showed everything and everybody could see it. And now one of those features in here, and I'll allude to it, is, you know, we're in this room and we're doing this feedback loop of the incident. Well, it's oftentimes it's somebody externally wants to see this, but we don't want them to mess with the map. We don't want them to edit anything. We can actually give anybody the ability to see this scene unfold live through a QR code that we can grant and then just take away in seconds. When we don't want you to see it, you don't see it, but they can't edit the map. Going back to the map, that is probably the most profound thing. And the ability to assign tasks that just frequently came up last week, Friday, here in North Dakota. One of the teams was using it for their drill. They were assigning tasks to each other internally. I didn't have to run to another room over radios.
Wait, when you say tasks, like you're saying, hey, Mike, I need you to check this manhole on 3rd Street. I can send that through the mapping program. So he knows that's a task and where it's supposed to be done.
You assign a task to somebody, and the next phase of that is you draw the attention on the screen or wherever you want it. It just about blacks everything out, and there's this glowing orb of what you just drew as the attention needed. So you know that's the highest priority thing right there.
What does that look like on my end? Like, let's say Bob gave me that task, go check out this manhole cover, right? So now I've got the app on the phone. Will it ding up like, hey, you've been assigned a task?
It pops right up in your face that there's a task for you to acknowledge. You can acknowledge that because it's a pop-up. Then once you've read it, you still have to complete it. So there's 3 steps. One, it pops up, it's alerted, it's got a little icon for you to count the number of steps that you've been provided. You acknowledge it. At least the IC or somebody says, hey, they acknowledged my message, because I can see that feedback loop. If I'm the one assigning it, I should be able to see that they acknowledged it. So if they did, they took on the job. Now it's off my plate. I can go do other things. That person then goes and reads the task, does it, and hits complete. Now, you're probably wondering, where's all this data go? That's another one of the things that's pretty crazy about this, is that it's filling out everything. Anytime you put something on the map, you drag a consumable product and put it on the map, the cost is calculated, but it's also put in your 214. Your ICS 214 is being filled out live as you type. So any task or any note or any movement on the map that you put or somebody else puts, everybody can see those 214s.
Wow.
And this is tracking consumables as well, right? So by the time the whole session is over, somebody can turn around and go, print me a list of everything that we use so I can get reimbursed for it. Boom, there it is.
And it could be, I'll give you an example. We go put absorbent pads down. How many did we put down? Oh, hey, we used 10 of them. All right, you put one absorbent pad item on the map. You then go and you change it from 1 to 10. It calculates out and gives you that cost report over that session, that operational period. You can hit export as a CSV, a PDF. You have the map included on that export, so you don't have any, there's no hidden issues. The data's there for you.
Well, listen, I can already hear it. Stop selling me. Just take my money. But and I want to get, I want to get into the metering thing. But first,
battery fires are really starting to change the way that we think about suppression.
Yeah, because for years it was water, and then cool it, and then chase it, and then hope it stays out.
But yeah, thanks to lithium-ion battery jobs, it's no longer about just like putting the fire out. Now we got to contemplate controlling it. We have to keep it from propagating, and we have to stop that reignition cycle.
Which is where some of these newer agents start to actually make some sense.
Step on stage, TRF Plus from Fire Suppression Solutions. It's not necessarily hey, this does all of the work, right? This doesn't turn around and say I can do everything all of the time. What it does is it gives you another tool in the toolbox when your traditional problems don't match your current playbook.
Exactly. So you got something that can be applied early, limit the spread, and gives you an option besides just flooding the thing and waiting.
And we all work differently. Depending on how you work, they've got different setups to go along with your method of working. Smaller portable operations, no problem. Bulky operations, absolutely not a problem either.
So this isn't us just saying, here's the answer. This is something with a problem that's constantly changing, and this is one of those tools that might make sense for your playbook.
If you want to look into it, check out Fire Suppression Solutions or hit the link in the show notes and see how TRF can fit into your response model.
Hey, you know what I love about the city?
The rats. The giant rats that are always running around.
The e-scooter gangs. Love them.
Oh, yes, e-scooters, because nothing screams hazmat like a moped that's about to go nuclear.
And that's where Obexian FR comes in to save the day.
It's lightweight, mobile-friendly, and designed for the first responders, because honestly, the last thing we need when things start heating up is extra weight.
And it's third-party tested to lower toxic gases below the ideal H.
So it's going to protect your lungs just that little bit better when you're putting out the scooter fire.
And so if you need more, Obexian FR comes by the pallet or certified poly drums.
Which is really good when you think to yourself, holy crap, we're going to need a lot of this.
So protect your team and your lungs and learn more by going to the hazmatguys.dgeo.com. That's the hazmatguys.dgeo.com. Yeah. Back.
Hey, he's back.
So,
all right.
I'm a little giddy on this one, the metering one, because I can see myself playing with this a lot. This is going to I think a lot of people out there have seen either some variation of a metering app that does some stuff. But what sets this one apart?
It's not just one meter. It's not just one thing. It is a tool that you can use for air monitoring and air monitoring for any type of chemical that's out there. If there's a sensor, it's going to be in there. You can use it for pH paper. Who's done that before? We have, right?
Yes.
How about KI paper? That's in there. And rad. So it's not just one thing. You are basically given a tool that you can deploy and have trainees, students, whatever you want to call them, fellow coworkers, go learn from every single device that you think could give you a result. And by choosing in the field, do I use rad? Do I use a 4-gas? Do I use a 4-gas with a PID? I mean, who uses pH paper in training? Well, we do it in the classroom, but how do we do it out in the field? Well, we found a way to make that happen.
Yeah. One of the things as like an instructor, like I like the fact that you could set up a scenario, right? And any location on the planet, right? And it doesn't matter. You can set the parameters of what you want. And I've seen it, where you can get the X and the Y, where the person was, geographically located on the yard. But one of the things that really blew my mind was when we added the ability for you to actually see if the guy was looking up, down, or middle. Because if I'm looking for propane and I'm just standing there with it like hip height, which is how you look at your cell phone, you're not really metering for the right where you are. If the guy does not go down and meter in the correct spots, as the instructor, I can go, John, what the hell are you doing? You're in the right spot, but you're metering in the wrong area. And for how long? And I don't want to be a drum major, right? You need to hold it for how long in that position. So it's positioning as well. Right. So, because I just thought to myself, I'm like, what the hell if people are like, what are they talking about? The instructor works on a laptop or a tablet and sets up the scenario. And then magically a QR code pops up there, and every single student in the room hits that QR code and their phone becomes a meter. Yes, that's it. It's an easily joinable thing where students just join, like trainees. They scan the QR code and they can live in that session. They can choose any device that they want to go use as a detection device. They may or may not get anything from the device they chose. And that's part of that piece that we're trying to figure out. And it's about comprehension. Can they comprehend? Can they learn? And are they doing the right thing? And Bobby, I think the greatest thing about this is that, we are giving this person, the trainer, the ability to create any scenario, and the student to go walk around and do highs and lows, but we get to track them. We get to know their patterns, what rooms they went into, where they did or didn't go through the tracking of each person.
So as an instructor, am I watching the student and changing the reading so they change on their phone? Like how is that student getting the information? So the trainer goes and draws on a map individual plumes, little bubbles, geolocations, and the instructor sets those zones for whatever chemical they think they're going to have for that incident. Then students, when they join the session, they simply scan that QR code. They say, we're going to the school leak. They don't know what it is. The trainer names it. When they join, when they're walking, they're literally downloading the data and it sits on their device and all the calculations are done on the device. So where I am geographically, am I in the little geolocation or am I out of it? If I'm in it, how long have I been in there? So your short-term exposures and where do I meter for? So the playback for the trainer
We can see where they walk, but we can also see in real time, are they holding the device up when they should be holding it down? And if they do, when they do hold it up, we're feathering that reading because they're in the geo bubble at a certain parts per million. But if they raise it up and it's a heavy product, they're not going to get it. Well, the trainer can change the reading so that they have a high or a low feathering of the reading. It's crazy.
All right, so if we're doing, let's say in today's world, before this app, if I had to go out and test classes, let's say 25 people's competencies doing these things, you would have to put an instructor with one, maybe two people, and you'd have to physically watch them doing this. Now you can send 60 minions out there, and the software will actually check. And now if you throw this, because I've seen a bunch of newsletter emails, things. Have you seen NFPA 1010, the competencies? Well, imagine you say you need the 1010 competencies for the entire class, and it'll apply those JPRs to that metering session. And so if they didn't do the bump test and the calibration before they took off, you can be like, hey, Mike, you did decent on the metering, but you also didn't do these things. These are corrections. You need to do this again. And get a report for the whole department. That's insane.
And imagine creating, like, let's say you've got a big training area and you've got 4 different scenarios that you want to run right now. Well, I want to run 5 people over here and 5 over there. There's no way that one instructor can do that until today. They literally can with Haven metering.
You're right, because other types of simulators, they either rely on data from a sensor, right? So now that sensor is overlapping with other sensors. You only get 1 meter with that simulation device, right? Whether of the 3 that I'm thinking about, 2 of them you only get that 1. We're given unlimited meters, right? It's basically your cell phone that becomes the meter. But that starts to become let's talk about what this is not. This is not the ability to learn buttonology, right?
No, correct.
No,
correct.
We're not learning buttonology here. We're learning concepts, and we're taking information and we're processing information. This isn't about how to use this specific meter.
I think one of the great things about this software is that it allows trainers to sit at a desk, think about the plan they're going to put in place, set it for anywhere in the US that they're going to go train, or not even be at that facility, but still facilitate the training. It's just a join code. I can create this from my desk and then let it run tomorrow, a month from now. It doesn't matter. I can let that same scenario. Yeah, imagine this. You have one scenario that you've done for chlorine, and you want to see how A, B, and C shift do for that one chlorine leak. All right, we'll run it 3 times. It's the exact same scenario. You know you're going to get the same results from the meter. Let the teams go play and see how they work. You can literally watch every session run on its own, and you can do it from your office. It's amazing. So work from home, guys. It's right here.
Guys, we're going to be, if you're in Baltimore and you're hearing this, you're going to come to the booth, you're going to see it. If you're not in Baltimore and you're at least your curiosity is piqued, reach out to us. We're excited to show it off. We have we're going to set up a series of webinars and demos and all types of stuff, because I think if you see it, you're going to say we can use this as a solution to what we're doing, and that's one of the reasons why we partnered up with John and because we believe in it. It's a thing that's going to evolve from even 2 months ago to where it is today. The evolution of these products is amazing. It is not the only products. We have about another 8 to 10 that we are in various stages of building, and this is going to be way bigger, and I don't know, it's going to pick up speed. There's everybody that sees it says, oh, it'd be great if you could do this, and we're like, okay, we'll put it on the list. Done. Why not? So, good stuff.
It's going to be exciting. Come see us, and if not, reach out to us. And the reason why is it is about getting training out into the hands of everybody. And right now, it's not so easy to go do that training. We're trying to make that easy. We're actually trying to take away paper, aren't we, Mike?
Yes, we are. That's one of the things that we've been saying this entire time, especially with the ICS mapping system, right? As we put this in hands of people and they use it, we're always reminding ourselves this needs to be easier than paper, because the moment we see something become difficult, we automatically put the phone down, pick up the clipboard, and just start writing on a piece of paper. And we'll walk over and be like, what are you doing? And they're like, oh, I'm writing on here. I'm like, well, why aren't you using this? And they go, well, because this, and we're like, we'll fix it, no problem.
So, if you want to see it, give us a shout. See us in Baltimore, or just call. We're here. Our number is 912